Good afternoon. I'm Kevin Captain, Community Information Director for Volusia County Government, and this is the 3 p.m. briefing for Hurricane Ian. Here at the Emergency Operations Center, we are fully activated as of this morning, and we are finalizing and preparing our coordination efforts for the arrival of Hurricane Ian. With us for today's briefing are Volusia County Council Vice Chair Barb Gertman, Interim Emergency Management Director Jim Judge. Representing the Volusia County School District is their Chief Operating Officer, Dr. Earl Johnson Jr., and we also have with us Volusia County Sheriff Mike Chitwood. Just to bring you up to date, earlier today the county participated in multiple conference calls with the city and county managers, as well as a storm briefing with the National Weather Service Melbourne office and a conference call with the Florida Division of Emergency Management. In a few minutes, you're going to get to hear the latest on Hurricane Ian from Jim Judge. But first, I want to go over some important reminders on what to do and what not to do to keep you and your family safe during and after the storm. First off, if you haven't already done so, take one quick final walkthrough around your property. Be sure to take in anything, furniture, tools, flower pots, wind chimes, yard debris, anything that could become airborne in high winds and cause danger or injuries. Just a reminder that Volusia County remains under both a hurricane warning and a flood watch. A special notice of caution to residents of Lake Harney Woods, Stone Island, Astor, and surrounding areas. Because these areas normally flood during periods of excessive rain, you should pay especially close attention to weather updates and be prepared to take action before extreme conditions occur. As you know, there will be a high risk for tornado activity during the storm. It's important for everyone to identify a safe room in their home to go into in the event of a tornado. This should be an interior room with no windows. And also, be sure to keep your weather radio on and take it with you to your safe room. At this point, everyone planning to stay at one of our shelters should hopefully already be there. In fact, everyone should be wherever they plan to ride out the storm. They should be securely in place at this time. With the impacts of Ian coming very soon, this isn't the time to be out on the roads. Please shelter in place and stay off the roads until you're told that it's safe to go out. Standing water, downed trees, and other debris can make roads dangerous and impassable. Not only that, but at some point during the storm, it could become too dangerous for emergency crews to respond to calls. So if you ignore safety precautions and get yourself in danger, we might not be able to come out and get you. Also, we want to make sure to keep the roads clear so that our public works crews can get around to conduct their assessments and clean things up after the storm has passed. Just one more reason to stay off the roads if you don't have to go out. And again, if you don't have to go out on the roads, please be aware that some traffic signals already are reported to be non-operating, and I'm sure there's going to be more as the storm goes through. So remember that when you are approaching an intersection where the traffic light is not working, you must treat that as a four-way stop. And another quick mention about downed power lines. If you see a downed line, always assume that it's live and never touch or go near it. The United States Coast Guard has approved suspension of bridge openings beginning 5 p.m. this evening. The county's drawbridges on Main Street and High Bridge Road will not have any bridge openings after 5 p.m. this evening. The bridges will be locked down in place to allow for vehicular traffic for the duration of the storm. And just a reminder about generator safety, because we don't want to have any tragedies. Never use a generator indoors or outside, even close to the house or windows, vents, or air intakes that could allow carbon monoxide to come indoors. This can be fatal. Also, proper ventilation is critical to reducing the risk of carbon monoxide poisoning from a generator's engine exhaust. And when using one, be sure to maintain plenty of airspace around the generator. Again, we cannot stress this enough because we do run into issues with carbon monoxide. Remember, it's a colorless, odorless, tasteless gas. It can kill you. So if you're using a generator, please install a carbon monoxide detector in your home. Lastly, a quick reminder about the curfew that goes into effect tonight for the entire county. The sheriff might have some more to say about this, but just a reminder on the hours. The curfew starts at 8 p.m. tonight and goes through 7 a.m. on Thursday morning, and then resumes from 8 p.m. Thursday night through 7 a.m. on Friday morning. The curfew doesn't apply to regular members of law enforcement bodies regular employees of businesses, industries, or government entities while traveling from their jobs, and all emergency workers. Again, all county offices are closed today and tomorrow. A decision on Friday has not been made yet. And also, with the exception of a government and emergency aircraft, the Daytona Beach International Airport is closed and all flights have been canceled until further notice. Flyers are encouraged to contact their airline for scheduling updates. Once again, updated information on closures and other storm information can be found at volusia.org/PIN. PIN is our acronym for Public Information Network. Another useful resource to download is the American Red Cross's Tornado app. Jim Judge will talk to you a little bit more about that. And of course, you can always register for emergency alerts at the Volusia County Emergency Management webpage. The Citizens Information Center, or CIC, remains open to answer any questions for residents. That telephone number is 866-345-0345. And with that, I'd like to bring up County Council Vice Chair, Ms. Barb Gertman. Ms. Gertman?
Thank you, Kevin. I want to assure you that Volusia County is collaborating this response and with all relief agencies, all levels of government, including local partners, to ensure that our efforts are coordinated and that every resource that's needed is mobilized. We will be here for you before, during, and after the storm. We have a great team assembled right here in this room, in the operations room, here at the Emergency Operations Center, also in our fields. We've been through this before, and together we'll get through this time. But we need your help. Please pay attention to any emergency declarations, orders, or weather alerts, and be sure to follow them. And as Kevin has already said, in addition to securing yourself, your home, your family, the most important thing you can do is stay off the roads. Stay off the roads until we tell you it's safe to go out. This isn't only for your safety and protection, it is also for the safety of our first responders and our field crews, so they can go out and do the work of protecting our community without regards of added traffic or other concerns to get in the way. So for everyone's safety, please stay off the road until we give you the all clear. We will be here for the duration and we will get through this. And now I'd like to bring up the county's Emergency Management Director, Jim Judge, for the storm update.
Thank you very much, Ms. Gertman. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Right now, Hurricane Ian is a Category 4 with sustained winds of 155 miles an hour, but just a reminder, Category 5 is 156 miles an hour, so we're only talking 1 mile an hour difference between a Category 4 currently and what would be a Category 5. And think of Charlie, this is following almost the exact same track, coming in down around Cape Coral, up through Punta Gorda. So, folks, this is a very dangerous storm. The latest from the National Weather Service shows Ian moving across the Florida Peninsula and then taking a northward turn, essentially exiting right over Volusia County. According to the latest update, it appears that Volusia County will be somewhat on the north end, and we can anticipate winds of between 55 and 65 miles an hour. And Hurricane Gus, we've been put under a tornado warning, so we could anticipate tornado gusts between 80 and 90 miles an hour, which is obviously extremely significant. So besides the wind that we anticipate, we're going to get the rain. Of course, we did talk about the rain amounts from anywhere from 12 to 18 inches and potentially as high as 24 inches in low-lying areas. So horrible rain event and a wind event. So we have that coming forward to Volusia County. So there's a lot of information that will be communicated to you during and after the storm, and to be sure to keep updated at volusia.org/PIN. One quick thing too, Kevin did mention all the generator safety. Spend a few dollars and get yourself a carbon monoxide warning device. You know, you've got smoke detectors, and so you get a carbon dioxide device as well. If you've got potential for generators, but also if you have gas in your home or you have a gas fireplace, you know, carbon monoxide detector is absolutely critical, only a few dollars, and again, it may save your life. So with that, you know, again, potential for very serious tropical storm force winds, and those winds could last as long as 6 to 12 hours. On a phone call with the National Weather Service just a little while ago, we anticipate the seriousness of the winds to be between 2 a.m. and 2 p.m. There may be a little lull, and then the winds are going to be back. But we do anticipate overnight, Thursday night into Friday morning, that conditions will improve, and we're hoping by 7 a.m., 8 a.m., that we'll be on the good side, that those tropical storm force winds will begin to move out. However, we still have the rain to put up with, and that rain will continue pretty much through the day Sunday. The St. Johns River is going to be at major flood stage. That's not only at Astor, Lake Harney above Geneva, and then also even in DeLand. So very serious conditions out to those areas. We did a mass notification alert through Everbridge a little while ago to make sure that those folks have the best information, and then for them to you know, take whatever precautions they feel is in their best interest. So with that, I'd like to turn it over to our Chief, Andy Etheridge, Chief for Beach Services. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. Chief Andy Etheridge, Volusia County Beach Safety, with a quick update on the beach. Right now, we are seeing extremely dangerous ocean currents and waves. Right now, the waves are about 3 to 5 feet. Now is not the time to go in the ocean. Now is not the time to go surfing. As the storm progresses, we will see wave heights between 8 and 12 feet as the storm moves through. So please do your part and stay out of the water. Don't put our rescue personnel in danger. With the high waves and currents, we're going to see extremely dangerous rip currents as well. So stay off the beach. It's not the time to go out there. Stay at home, stay in the shelters, and ride this storm out. With a quick shelter update, I'd like to turn it over to Volusia County School District Chief Operating Officer, Dr. Earl Johnson, Jr.
Thank you, Chief Etheridge. I would like to give you an update on our shelters. We have 2 general population shelters, Mainland High School and DeLand High School, and 2 special needs shelters, Atlantic High School and Galaxy Middle School. They opened at 10 a.m. this morning, and all 4 shelters are pet-friendly shelters. As of 2 p.m. this afternoon, there were a total of 159 people at our shelters. We have capacity for 1,119 people. Hopefully, if you're planning to stay at one of our shelters, you are already there. While we're not going to close our doors or lock anyone out, at some point, very soon, conditions will be no longer safe for you to get in your car and drive to a shelter. So if you're planning to shelter with us and you're not already there, you should plan to get to one of our shelters as soon as possible. And now I would like to bring Sheriff Chip Wood to the podium.
Good afternoon. Just to echo the sentiments of what the doctor had just said, the worst is yet to come. The purpose of our curfew, which takes effect at 8 o'clock tonight and lifts at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, is to keep the roads free from unnecessary traffic. First responders, emergency folks dealing with power outages, trees down, we need to be able to do our job. And in talking to my cohorts in Southwest Florida, while we're not going to get hit with a Category 5 portion of this storm, it is a deadly surge that is going on down there between the winds, the water, the power outages, the downed trees. This is a deadly situation. We are asking folks for your own safety to adhere to the curfew. You can't go food shopping. Publix is closed. Walmart's closed. Restaurants are closed. Ride the storm out in your location. The worst is yet to come. My next message is for the opportunists out there that are going to take advantage of the state of emergency and think it's a good time to go out, to burglarize a business, to break into cars or to commit any other nefarious acts. I can tell you, all of Volusia County, all of the law enforcement agencies are full staffed, and we are out there working. So be wise, because again, the penalties for committing a crime are enhanced during the state of emergency. And to borrow what Councilwoman Gertman had said, is we've been through this before. We're going to go through it again. Follow the plan we have in place, and everybody will come through this storm safely. May God bless everybody and their family as we go into the worst part of this storm. Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you, Sheriff. At this point, we'll take some questions, and we'll have you speak into the microphone so we can all hear the question.
Yeah, this is Guamay from Telemundo. We wanted to know currently how many homes are without power.
How many homes are without power is the question from
Yes.
Telemundo. I don't have that information in front right now. We do have our public works staff here in our operations room, and we can make that assessment and get that answer to you shortly.
Could we also know how when are schools set to reopen?
That's going to depend on the duration of the storm and basically the sheltering situation, so a little premature to know the answer to that at this point.
Okay. And can you clarify for us how many people are currently using the shelters?
Yes, Dr. Johnson said 159, and that our total capacity, I believe he said, was 1,119. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
So we have plenty of capacity at this time. Any other questions? Okay, with that, we'll close today's news conference. I want to thank every one of our speakers for being here today, and as Vice Chairman Gertman said, we have a great team, and we have a great team in place, and we will get through this. We'll get through it together. So please be sure to continue paying close attention to the weather alerts as the storm approaches. Follow us on volusia.org/pin, our Facebook page, our YouTube page, Twitter, and Instagram. And as always, take care, stay safe, and help your neighbors.